Tabitha, Indora is my daughter too, and I'll be damned if I'll let you bar me from her life.
You're already damned, Julian. Just go wherever it is you go and let us be.
Not until we have an understanding. I am going to be part of this little girl's life. It's time she got to know me as her father.
She doesn't need a father, especially not one like you.
Don't push me, Tabitha. You will regret it.
Is that a threat?
You bet it is. If you try to cut off my parental rights with Indora, I will be forced to sue you for custody, so help me God.
You will never take my little girl away from me, Julian. Never, do you hear? Oh, we're not fighting, sweet pea. Mummy's just laying down the law. And the law of the house is that there is just one parent, and that's me.
She's as much my daughter as she is yours. I have every right to spend time with her.
Rubbish.
But you don't have a leg to stand on. You with the bats in your belfry. I would have no trouble gaining custody of Indora in court. Everyone knows you're strange and too unbalanced to be responsible for a child. Lord knows how Timmy ever survived in this place as long as he did.
Don't you dare bring Timmy's name up to me. He was the best thing that ever happened to me before Indora came along. And surely the best thing that ever happened to you. Although you never heeded any of his life's lessons, of course. Oh, no, you just pretended that you learned something from him. And as soon as something happened you didn't like, you reverted back to your vile crane ways. Oh, you're a mean, angry, vicious, threatening man, Julian. And frankly, I find it hard to believe that you and Timmy were ever friends at all.
That's not true. Timmy and I were very close. I miss him as much as you.
Don't think I don't know about the dastardly insinuations that you keep hurling at Fox, trying to make him suspicious of Kay and Miguel.
Well, if there is one thing I've learned in this world, it's when there's smoke, there's almost certainly fire.
Yes, but to keep egging on his mistrust of the girl that your son intends to marry, I don't think that's being a very supportive father.
But nobody asked you for advice about my son?
No, but you've been threatening to take away my daughter. And I have every reason to believe that you would be as negative influence on her as you are on him. What do you think Timmy would be thinking now if he could see the way you are behaving these days?
In a time not long ago was a boy with childhood wishes of a life so rich with hopes he would go far. Like a soldier in a land so far from the ones who call out his name, he lost his way, and some would say what he gave was too much. It was too much to pay. What if the dreams all disappeared? And what if your name just left us? And what if memories could break like a mirror? Still you'd be forever near. I'd see you here, I'd feel you near, forever near.
Shame on you, Julian. You claimed that you cared about Timmy. You said that he taught you the true meaning of life, of humanity.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. You who've reverted to your crane ways, threatening to snatch my precious Endora from my bosom. You know it would break Timmy's heart if he thought that you were going to take a child away from her own mother. I often think how much Timmy would have loved Endora. And he'd be appalled if he thought you were trying to take her from me.
To leave Timmy out of this.
No. He's as much a part of my being as she is. What do you think he's thinking right now? Because I'm sure he's watching. Oh, I don't believe in up there, but you know as well as I do that there's a hereafter for the very good and the very wicked. You think he's smiling at you now, Julian? Oh, my stars. What's going on now? You see what you've done, my girl? Miguel will drown in there if he's not saved. And even worse, if Fox finds him, he'll beat him to a pulp. Something's got to be done. Well, thanks to you, it seems our Miss Kay dodged another bullet. But I shouldn't be happy about it. It was always you that wanted Fox and Kay to be together, not me. I don't know, I must be getting soft in my old age. Oh. Probably. All this talk about Timmy. But you know, Endora, you really have got to control your temper. You would have really hurt your brother's feelings if he'd discovered Kay and Miguel together. I suppose your temper comes from your father's side.
Why do you keep speaking to her as if she were an adult?
She's very, very bright. Thanks to my upbringing. Have you been thinking about Timmy?
As a matter of fact, I have. You make a valid point. I don't think Timmy would look kindly upon my attitude toward you.
Hear, hear.
On the other hand, I think that he would side with me in wanting to be part of Endora's life. He wouldn't like the fact that you're trying to keep my daughter from me.
I don't want her young mind poisoned with any of your craneness.
Well, like it or not, she is part crane.
I don't like it, so don't remind me. You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The way you poisoned Fox's mind. I don't want you doing that to my daughter.
No, spare me the moral indignation. I'm simply warning my son that the world isn't a fairy tale like Timmy wanted it to be. People say they care about you, but they don't really. In the end, you can't trust anyone, especially those that you love the most.
I can't believe the things you said to Fox.
Yeah. I'm only doing what any good father would. I'm instructing him in the cold, hard facts of love and life.
Oh, then you didn't learn a damn thing from Timmy. Not even his memory jolted the mean-spiritedness out of your soul.
I remember all the times with Timmy. They were fine times. They were happy times. I changed because of the good-hearted lad.
Huh, and then what happened?
I became a new person. Someone I had never been before. Someone Eve could love, or so I thought. And in the end, I was more hurt than I could ever have imagined.
What are you talking about?
Because, you see, that new, generous man was a fool. Eve never really loved me like that. She just used me for my wealth, and then she stomped all over my pathetic newfound heart. Well, I will not be a sap like that again. No one will ever take advantage of my good nature ever again, including you, Tabitha.
Oh, I have no intention.
Endora is going to have every advantage that her Crane genes entitle her to. I will use every legal means I must to gain custody of her.
No, you won't.
She will leave this ramshackle hut and come live with me in the mansion.
She will not.
She will go to the finest schools and wear the most expensive clothes.
No! No one is going to take Eudora from me. No one is going to take my child from me. No one, never. No one! Julian, you will never get my daughter from me.
You're a mad woman.
That's precisely the point, sweet Eve. All right. We'll calm things down.
Totally insane.
Yeah. If you think that's insane, you've got something else to see. Get out of here, Julian. Get out of my kitchen, and don't you darken my doors again.
You will not keep me from my daughter, even with your bizarre theatrics.
Theatrics? You think these are theatrics? You back me into a corner, and then you will think that this was a walk in the park.
I will get my daughter, and my son, little Ethan, as well.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry, my child. No one will ever take you away from me. No one. Over my dead body.